Hello guys, it's Obi, and today I'll just show you how to get all of these Warpaints that you always wanted into the Skyrim. It's really not that difficult, it's only difficult the first time you do it, so stick to it and good luck. Okay guys, let's get started. So most of people get this fail to comply error later on in the process, which needs to be fixed right from the start. Because I want you to fix it right from the beginning, so you don't get it later and you just, whatever you do just goes to waste, so you don't waste your time. So the way we fix it is you need to go into Skyrim Special Edition folder. This is where your base game folder is. This is where it is for me. So you obviously have Creation Kit there. If you don't, you need to download it from Steam. But there's two versions of there are two versions of it. There is a, let me show you quickly. There is a creation kit of Skyrim and Skyrim Special Edition. Don't use the Skyrim one, use the Special Edition one, otherwise this will not work. So once you install it, you will get, it will be installed here in your Skyrim directory. Next up, I want you to open Creation Kit Any, and I want you to scroll all the way down until you see Papyrus. Now let me explain you why do we need to change this. You need to add this line. I'll put it in description in here. I'll just copy this entire thing so it's easier for you. The reason why we need to do this is because Creation Kit, by default, it loads scripts from different folders than it's supposed to. Now I'll show you. The Creation Kit loads them from source, scripts. We want them to load from scripts, source. Does that make sense? So the way we fix it is we need to change Creation Kit Any and add this line. So it tells you load it from script source. Once you do it, you obviously need to switch your scripts. You'll have a lot of scripts here in source. So we need to move those scripts from here to the other place, to the script source. Now the way you do it is you download this tool. It's called Skyrim Script Compiler Pro Final. We will need this also to compile our scripts outside of Creation Kit. Otherwise, if you do it in Creation Kit, you'll need to wait up to 5-10 minutes every time you want to add a new Warpaint or something, so you can change the script. Please download this, it will save your life. Next up, you also obviously need all of those Papyrus address libraries, but I believe all of you already have that downloaded. If you use SKSE, at one point you obviously had a mod which asked you to download it. Those are like SKSE requirements and stuff. Okay, so once you download Racemenu Anniversary Edition, you'll need to do one more thing with this. Once you download Racemenu Anniversary Edition, obviously Warpaints, tattoos, makeup, tints, they all are part of Racemenu, so you need to download it. And we're not done with it. You also need BSA extractor. If you don't have it, you can download it. I think it's from Fallout, but it doesn't matter. I got it from here, I believe. You can also use BSA browser. I think it's this. I don't know if Skyrim has its own, but let's see. BSA. Oh, sorry. BSA. Oh, it has it. Bethesda Archive Extractor. You can also use this. It doesn't really matter. In any way, whichever one you use, you want to obviously download Racemenu, and then you can open this BSA file with it. The reason why modders use BSA files is it's like a zip but for Skyrim basically. And only way you can open zip is with Mirror. The only way you can open BSA files is with this. So once you open it, you'll see. See, I have BSA browser. You'll see that you have all of these things here. So what I do is I just make a new folder on the screen. I call it Racemenu stuff, and I just do extract with folders, and I select it, Racemenu stuff, and I just click select folder, and then the line goes, and you have it downloaded. So in here, the reason why we need this is because of these scripts. You see, it loads it from scripts from source. So it's the way it's supposed to be. So we need to download, so we need to put this in our Skyrim mods folder. So you go copy of scripts, of course, and then you go to data, and in here you just paste it. Obviously data, not Skyrim directory, but Skyrim data, you see? And you just paste it, and you're done with that. So now let's open our Skyrim script compiler pro. You already downloaded it, I told you. And now why we need to use this is we want to change our all of our scripts from source scripts to script source. So the way you do it is you just go to tools and you go move source scripts to script source. You're done with that. You just click this. It will probably take some time and you're done with that. Now let me show you how do you make quick how do you make any, basically Warpaint, for example, or tattoo or whatever. Give me a moment. Okay guys, so before we get into this, you obviously have your own skin, but I would tell you to download it once again until you find something that you like. For example, I used PB's Silky Skin APK, and in it you go into textures, actors, character, female, and you want to obviously get female body.dds. If you're doing tattoos, if you're doing hand stuff, you want to get this one. If you're doing Warpaints, makeup stuff, you get this one, and so on. So you basically use these because we need to load them before we make our texture. So for example, I obviously want to load, oh, this is the Warpaints I used. I want to use, for example, head, because I don't want YouTube to flag me. Oh, this is not what I wanted. Head, female head. This one. Okay. So in here, this is basically the female head from the Silky Skin stuff. So once you have it here, you obviously want to make your own Warpaint or whatever. So the first things first, you want to add a new layer, and in it, you can also switch to brush. You can use the brushes that you like, and you can turn on the symmetry, vertical, and then you just move it up. This is if you use Photoshop. You can also do it in GIMP or wherever you want. And now the important thing is that these Warpaints, everything you draw, it has to be white or gray. Whatever is black will be considered transparent. So you don't want to make anything black here. Whatever is white in here, actually the best way would be to make it gray, like 50% gray, if you get me. I think there was like a fill layer. You could add a fill layer. I forgot how it's done. Let me remember. Oh, sorry, I fucked up. Oops. Oops. Not this. The best way would be to add gray. No, this is just a color. This is okay. Doesn't matter. I know you can find like a proper 50. It should be perfect 50% gray, but I'm stupid. Don't mind me. You can do it either in gray or in white. The reason why you do it is because gray is neutral color and you can easily change it to anything else. If you do it white, it's also okay, but I would recommend you to do it in gray color. So, for example, you want to draw something like this. Let's put it up. You do something like this. I don't know, whatever you do your face Warpaint, and then you add new layer, and you take the fill tool and you make it black. And basically, this is what will show in your character, and this is what is transparent. So you want to go and save it as DDS. And the reason why I want to save it as DDS is so that your Skyrim can recognize it. And in order to be able to save as DDS, you'll need to get Intel plugin DDS. If you use, this is it. If you of course use Photoshop, so you need to download this and install it. It comes with its own. It's pretty easy to install. If you're using GIMP, I think it has alternative also plugin. Maybe it can do it by default. I don't know, but you need DDS plugin. So once you're happy with what you have, you cannot save it just in textures and then under your name. It doesn't work that way. You need to save it in specific folder if you want it to work. It's in textures, actors, character, and then there's like an overlays. So in here, you see I have my own, there's community overlays. You can also do, you just make new folder and you make your own. And then you save it. So I figured out best naming convention is from 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 4, 5. But you can use whatever you want, it doesn't really matter. So you save it there as DDS. See, these are the ones I did before. So you're done with that. Next up, it's the tricky stuff. So we have to open the creation kit. I will skip so it doesn't bother you at all. Once the creation kit loads, you want to click this little folder thing and you want to click on data and you want to load this Skyrim ESM. So you gotta wait for it to load. Okay, so it loaded for me. And some of you might wonder why do I use creation kit and not the Skyrim script extender. I use both, but when I'm making outfits or stuff, it's easier for me to use creation kit. Okay, so when it loads, you will get object window. If you don't have it, you go to view and you click on object window. So it will show up. The next thing, you want to navigate into your character and there should be a folder called quests. You right click anywhere here and you click on new and you get this little pop-up. So you call it, I always call it 00 or 0 something. You can call it whatever you want. And you just call the quest, doesn't matter. And then you want to go to quest aliases and you want to right click new reference alias. And then you get this thing popping up and alias name, player, and specific reference. You want to click on this and then you click select reference and here there's a cell, you clicked any and you click OK. So it loads player by default. Now we'll need to add script, but you don't do it yet because if you do it now it will crash and you'll need to wait for everything. So you click OK, OK. Now we reopen this 00, the quest we just made. And you might think like, why do you add the quest? This is really not the quest, this is invisible quest, which lets you load script in-game. Otherwise there's no way to load scripts other than this. So in quest alias, you click on the alias you just made. And in here, you'll get the script name and you click add here. Now, yes to all, if this pops up, and I will get to filter the script we need. So you want to type in RaceMenu load. You see it here? If you don't have it, then you didn't import the RaceMenu script properly. You need RaceMenu scripts. It's from here. You see, don't download. This is modder resource, but don't download RaceMenu's modder resource from the optional files. Those files are outdated. It will not work. You want to use scripts from here that we extract from BSA. And you want to select RaceMenu load, and so it pops here. Okay, once you're done, click OK, and you want to navigate to scripts here. And you want to add new script, and you want to call it however you want. I'll call it, I don't know, tattoos and Warpaints. Doesn't matter. Extends quest. Usually, for me, I get sometimes an error that it's exceeded. You know, if you get exceeded or something error here when you click OK, what you need to do is you need to go to your data. This is what happens, you know, and in here you should have scripts. Where is it? Something called script zip. Yeah, here, and you just extract it here. Ta-da! It's it. That's it. That's how you fix this if you get an error. If you do not have this, this comes with SKSE files. So when you search on internet on SKSE, and you know this first thing when it pops up and you download Anniversary Edition, it should come with this script zip or scripts rar. So that's how you fix the error if you get it here. Next up, we click OK. And then the new script shows up. Now let me show you. So if you go into your Skyrim directory and you go to scripts, not here, but up here in folder called scripts. Scripts, source, and you see new one pops up. It's called Tattoos and Warpaints. So let's open it up. Now we use this, so you see the first line is always the same, and it will say script name, and this is the script you called it in creation kit, and it extends quest. We don't want it to extend quests, we want it to expand RaceMenuBase. I have a little hold on, I have a little oh boy, file here which pretty much helps with all of this. So it extends RaceMenuBase. You see, I separated each one for what you want to make. So the script is different for all of them. I mean, it's pretty much the same. There's just like a couple of variables of difference. For example, for body, hand, you see. But no matter if you want to have Warpaints, tattoos, body paint, hand paint, all in the same mod, you can all put it here. You can all put it here. But let's see. So it extends RaceMenuBase. Even though we used RaceMenuLoad there, it extends this. So you just copy paste this. For example, you want to make Warpaints. You copy this, and then you say, okay, AddWarPaint, what's the name of it you want to show in game? This is where I would recommend you to call it, you know, your name and then 00. For example, I don't know, OB Warpaint 00 or 01. And then you need to define where is the texture that you want to load. So let's see let's see where it is for me. It's not here in source. It's in data, textures, actors, character, overlay, and it's here. Okay. So you copy. So let's see, actors, character, overlays. It is there. What's the name of my folder? The name of my folder is OB stuff. I'll just copy it, paste it here. And then what's the name of my Warpaint? My name of my Warpaint is this. This is the name of my first Warpaint. So I copy it instead of this. And then if you want to add more, you just you know, change this to 02 in here to 2. It depends on what's the name. You see, for example, if I want to make a second one, I would just rename this to 2. I would call this 2, and so on. You know, you get the point. You just make it more and more. If you want to add body paint, oops, not here. If you want to add body paint, you will obviously use this, and then you just continue it down here. So it would go like this. If it also contains, you know, pretty much the same thing. You don't need to do this again. This is only the first line. So let's say I added these two. Okay, these two. And I want to save. I don't want to compile it yet, but it compiled for me. For you, it might say it failed, but don't worry about it now. You want to go to your creation kit again, gameplay, compile Papyrus script. This will take ages, so I'll just skip through it. Okay guys, so it took probably 10 minutes for it to to compile, but it did compile. So once it's done, your circles are gonna stop spinning and you have to move this away so you see this. And now you want to find the script you just made. It's not this one, I forgot where is it. That's why you need to remember how you called it, which I sadly don't. It was called Tattoos and Warpaint. Okay, so I gotta find Tattoos and Warpaints. Here it is. You click on this and you click compile. So if it succeeded, it will just disappear. If it didn't, it will say failed. And if it failed, you need to double check all of the steps I told you before in, you know, scripts as well. And if you did put in the proper race menu stuff inside of your data folder. Okay, in any way, once that compiled, you only need to do that once. So now on, whenever you make a new Warpaint and you put it in overlays, you just want to add it here and you want to click File, Save, Compile, All Open. So you see how quickly it took. It took 2 seconds and it took 20 minutes in Creation Kit. That's why we use this. So then I think you're all set. You just need to save the Creation Kit. So you need to save your plugin. You go to File, Save, and you call it however you want to, tattoos, Warpaints, whatever, and you save. And then whether you use Mod Organizer or Vortex, I switched to Vortex again because Racemenu doesn't work for me in Mod Organizer for some reason. In any way, you go to plugins and you scroll all the way down and you make sure that it is enabled, or wherever it is. So wherever you have one of yours. This is the one I made recently. So you want to enable it, because when you make your own ESP, it will not load in as a mod, it will load in as a plugin because it's already in your data folder, it's not external. And that should be it. So if you open the game, you go to Race Menu and you go to Makeup or Body Paint or whatever, and you load it, it should work. And that's it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you make it. See you next time. Bye bye.